All right, butts are in the pan. Get some mustard on it to bind all of my seasoning to it. I'm gonna put a base layer of this. It's an old, by old I mean before I ever discovered Suckle Busters. It's an old brown sugar, just sweet rub that I'll put as a base layer on both of them, and then I'll put one, the barbecue pecan, the Texas pecan on this one, and then this one will just be the Suckle Busters competition rub. So a little bit nuttier and then a little bit more peppery, if you will, but both with a sweet base layer. So yeah. Dude, it's hilarious. The dog knows when we're smoking. He goes out there and just sits right next to the smoker. Huck, what you doing, buddy? We gonna have a little smoking action today? Come on. Come on, Bubba. Come on. All right, so I'll tell you what. This was what I used this as, the competition barbecue. I almost, and this one's the pecan. I'd started with the pecan. I almost put both of them as the same. This stuff just smells so stinking good. I was that close just to saying, forget it. I'm gonna have two pecans, but I resisted. So now I'm gonna go out there and turn the the side eye. What are you doing? How come this ain't done yet? I'm gonna go out there and turn the smoker on. I've got a water pan in it. I need to put, got my thermometer here. Got a couple of probes for that. Sweet. I'm gonna stick the probes in here. The goal is to avoid the bone, but get as close to the middle as we possibly can. So I'll stick those in. I'm gonna go turn the smoker on, get the water going and the smoke going a little bit, and then these guys will go out. Alrighty, so I grabbed some little hickory chips, and I put mine in water because that's what the manufacturer tells me to do here. And then also, I think it just helps the wood keep from burning as quickly. I'm sure it makes it last longer, especially the little chips. I put water in my pan here, and then I'm gonna swap my grates out. I gotta clean that one, but I love this personally. I use a propane grill or smoker because I mean, getting my fire ready is as simple as turning the dial and pushing the button, and I'm ready to go. So we're definitely already warming up, and so I'm gonna grab this guy, throw it on the ground apparently. But and I got a couple more inside that I'll bring out here and move in. Yeah, okay. But anyhow, so once I slide these in, I'll put the butts on and we'll be good to go. Alrighty. Got my pork butts out here. Got the new grates in, kind of moved them down a little bit, and the fire's starting to get pretty good and hot. So I'm gonna put these in here. I would say one thing is that the one that's underneath of the top one ends up typically with a little bit less bark, solely because it's the top's dripping down onto it. So I would prefer the pecan to have more bark than this guy. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put, I mean, you can just leave them in the trays and do this, but I like to have it all around. Plus I like the fat dripping down concept. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna put the gold dust one on the bottom and the pecan on the top. And then I will put some chips in, make sure that the probe's hooked up, and close the door. And try to ride it around 275 to 290 or so, something like that. So, alrighty, we are on. We got water. Wood chips are in. Starting to blue up. Already starting to drip a little bit. So, we're gonna close her up and let her go. Now it's vent control. So I've got this vent half open, and this one's a little bit more than half open. And then in the back here, I've got this fairly well wide open for the first 20 or so minutes just to get the heat up, and then once that happens, I'll close it off to about halfway, so the smoke will build up in there. But for now, we'll keep it like such. I know you're so excited. You're so excited. So, anyhow, that's the gist. Yeah, man, now it's time to mow. All right, so I want to see, hopefully you can see it, but there's a, I wanted to kind of explain the blue smoke concept. There's a blue smoke coming off and out. Which is what we're looking for. Man, this smells so good. So I've closed the back off a little bit, and it's smoking up perfectly. Nice. Just a thin blue smoke that's coming out. It is great. Temperature's creeping up just a touch. We're gonna roll this back a little bit here. Just a touch. Maybe close some of this up a little. So. Yeah, that'll get it done. Yeah, the temperature's just creeping up a little bit over that 250, 275, so I'm gonna keep that from, maybe open this up just a little bit and let some of that escape. But yeah, heck yeah, that's that color though, that light blue that we're looking for. Alrighty, we are getting to the color that we want. Especially this guy down here is pretty dark, and this one up here is looking good. So I might spray them down just a little bit more. I've been doing with some apple cider vinegar. Cool. And so there you go. Saying it's about 160 right now, so we still got about 40 degrees, 165, 40 degrees to go. So I might turn it up just a little bit because for timing's sake, but yeah, keep it closed, keep it cooking. Alrighty, so I covered it up and pulled it at 201, 202, and now letting it rest to come back down. And I just use these guys to, ooh, it's hot. Mother good, that's hot. Yeah. Number two, a little bit darker. It looks, I mean, it's perfect. The golly, it's perfect. It smells so good. So now we'll just let it rest. Close it up. Just leave it right here until it's good. Yeah, about 45 minutes or so. And then this is coming out of the smoker, and man, you just pinch that sucker right on off. It's so good. All right, and then we pull the bone off, and I leave one of these guys for the fat and extra stuff, and then I just take my gloves here and shred them up, and man, it is just phenomenal. Like that right there, that is a money piece. Don't you think, Bubba? Do you think that's a money piece? Be good. Thank you. I'm gonna wash my hands. Yeah. Maybe I'll just grab another little piece here for him. Yeah. Is that a good piece? You be good. That's so nice. That's a good boy. Okay, no more. Alrighty, so now on this one we have the gold dust. Like, this is the second one, not pecan, and then this is the one with pecan. They look similar, of course, but this has a little bit more pepper flavor. This has a little bit more nutty flavor. They both have a sweet base. But now to bring the sweetness out, there's a little trick. So agave in the raw, just a little bit, not lots, but you literally just, over the final product, just take that guy and mix that in. And all it does is pull the sweetness out. And so I'll do it twice. I'll do it one time, with a quick little mix, and then second time, and a quick little mix. That's really it. And I'll do that for both of these, and all it does is pull the, make the little, while it's bark, it's A lot of fat on the underside of that. It just brings a little bit of the brown sugar and cinnamon that was in the first rub out. And the other thing is agave. Everybody goes, yeah, it's kind of a bizarre flavor, but the fact is that if you've ever had tequila, you are familiar with this flavor. And it definitely hits a little thing in the back of your mind that goes, oh, I like this. So that's all there is to it, just a little bit. Probably do just a touch more on this one. Grab that piece right there. And yeah, that is killer good. Yep, just a hint of sweet on the back of it. You might be able to put a little bit more than that if you want to, but I mean, that's all there is to it. And so that's it. That's how I do my pulled pork.